Recently, here is where the peace accord for Nigerian soldiers and the Biafran soldiers were signed.
In this particular
This is
place.
where they ended the crisis, the conflict between Nigerian soldiers and the Biafran soldiers.
In this particular compound.
This is the place.
Guys, let's enter inside. Let's go to the top where they had peace meeting. Philip Ifong, Olusegun Obasanjo, and all the
rest
generals
of them, yeah,
that was involved
in a round table meeting
that's
where they resolved the
signed
conflict. Yeah,
peace accord.
exactly.
And that table is stayed there, maintained.
Everything.
The chair Ojukwu Saturn was there, it stayed there.
Even the booklet for the peace accord signing.
It stayed there. And the agreement later, what they wrote, what they signed, it stayed there. Receipt where Obasanjo Saturn is stayed there. You go use your eyes here. The peace threat that ended the Nigerian civil war was signed on this table in this room on 13th January 1970. On this table, this white flag here stands for peace. So that's why it was kept here. So that when you see it, you know that this room was where they agreed for peace, for ceasefire,
exactly,
for Nigeria to remain one, no more war. That is why the statement here, Nigerians, the happiest people in the world. And the peace agreement was signed between Philip Ifong and Olusegun Obasanjo in this particular table. Bam. So right now, are you ready to surrender?
Okay, let me. Are you Obasanjo? Am I the?
I'm Obasanjo. You are Ifong.
Okay.
Are you ready to surrender?
I am ready to surrender. I'm ready to surrender.
I bow for Nigeria.
Let there be peace.
My boy.
Let there be peace.
Sign it so that
this man. Oh well.
This is peace.
You know, this is how they
don't agree for peace.
Yes. One person must be on ground in order for peace to reign.
So when they talk about Igbo villages, if I tell you that here is a village in Anambra State, will you believe it? It's just a compound in a village, Anambra State. Amichi. Show that, just come. I'm not like, let's remove this compound. Let's not talk about this compound. Show them outside the compound. You know, this is a village. This is not a township. This is not Lagos. This is not Oka. This is not Enugu. This is Amichi in Anambra State. Hello guys, we are still in Amichi. Otago telling histories, unveiling to you guys what you guys don't know about, because that is our work. We go around, we showcase what you guys don't know, telling history, preserving the history, so that the future generation will learn. And this family is one of the greatest family in this town that that holds a significant history that you guys need to know. When you come to Amichi, Amichi is a historical town, like I said in the other video. Amichi is a historical town, and this family is one of the family that made it that historical town, because this is where the war ended. What I mean by war ended, this is where they had peace talk. They discussed and had a peace talk to, ceasefire. This is where everything happened. We'll go inside and someone will enlighten us more, and you yourself will use your eyes to see. And this great family is, when you look at the gate, you see Atuchukwu house. The family is a great family. The family is a family that you will hear the story about. And let me tell you guys, I saw something here and I would like you guys to say it too. Come close. So this is the new way of farming currently. For those that does not have enough land, enough space for farming, you can just do this and get a small place and arrange it in order, and it will grow. Look at this now. This one doesn't need to go and be looking for this thing. So you can just in your comfort zone, in just on one side, can farm very well. What? Arrange it like this, and it will grow. Look at how well it's doing. You want to go? So for those that don't have land, this is what you have to do. So let's go and meet somebody who will tell us more about this family, because what we will show you will bust your head. This is a great family. This is a family that holds a very precious story that I would like to know. You want to go? And this is our boss here.
Be creative.
Good afternoon,
my man.
Now,
you're welcome.
So, introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Ombo Benjamin, MSL, for popularly known as Onyokomita TV, also man.
Wow.
And I'm here today with my good friends, the powerful creative lords.
Oh, creative lords.
Yes.
So, okay, family, where are we?
Okay, this is a great family in Amichi, in Nnewi South, the great Atuchukwu dynasty.
Yes. So
when you talk about the history of Igbos, and what they encountered during the war. You talk about Atuchukwu family. You talk about the great late chief Benjamin O. Atuchukwu.
Amichi.
He's a great man.
And before I forget, he was a member of People's Club of Nigeria.
Exactly.
Go and listen to Liver's song. He mentioned his name.
Exactly.
Ezafojulu. Afojulu. Not quite for the Zafa no.
Yeah, the
man is
this is a great dynasty. You look at from the left side here. I was your Omo.
So how that was building the house.
The grandfather to Honorable Chiode Atuchukwu Atusel, the member representing Newi South in Constituency 1, Anambra State.
Currently,
House of Assembly. Yes,
that's the grandson.
Yes, the grandson to Ezafoju. He is the current House of Assembly member.
This is massive
in Anambra State.
So I think let's show them the man.
Here is where they immortalized the father.
Wow.
The great Ezafoju.
Wow.
He was born in the year 1917 and he died the year 2009.
Afo he's a legend.
The
man is a legend.
He's a man. He prepared his family very well.
Wow.
That is why you see his people progressing.
Yeah, because I've seen that the family is doing well.
Yes.
And there's one thing I love about this particular family.
Okay.
When you come here, the place is being maintained.
Well arranged family.
Look at how clean, how neat, how organized this looks. This man was born in 1917 and died in 2009. But look at how the compound looks. He was a member of People's Club of Nigeria. And
surprisingly, here is where the peace accord for Nigerian soldiers and the Biafran soldiers were signed.
In this particular place,
where they ended the crisis, the conflict between Nigerian soldiers and the Biafran soldiers.
In this particular compound.
This is the place.
This man, was he a politician?
Well, I can't really
okay.
But I know that he's a very
influential,
well-known, influential man in this society. When you talk about Igbo region, this is our eastern region. You cannot count without mentioning his name in the history.
Nice.
So
because he
was more than a politician anyway.
Yes, he was like an elder statesman.
Exactly.
That controls.
Yes.
Because I'm just why will it be here? They will sign the agreement.
Fortunately, here was a kind of hideout for Nigerian soldiers where they prepare for the war. The almighty Odimegwu Ojukwu Ikemba Nnewi of all people, Ojukwu Nnewi, with his troops and soldiers here back on.
This is history, man.
To an extent, he pleaded with Ezafoju. Say, you have to leave this building, this mansion for us, so that though they have renovated it at the time, but he left the house for them, Gaziana Azono, where he stayed till when that peace accord before they signed it. Now, the Biafran soldiers, they dwelled here for some certain years before the agreement was reached and they signed for peace to reign.
Wow!
It was here that Biafran soldiers surrendered for the war. Let me just put it that way.
So it's here. I think this is the place they agreed for ceasefire.
Yes, I think it's better. Let's not talk much. Let's go inside.
Okay, but before we go, let's read this.
This Nigerian peace and unity flag. This serves to commemorate the assertion of hostility between the Nigerian federal troops and the defunct Biafran troops, which was attained through a negotiated agreement that took place in this building in Amichi town on January 13, 1970. The then Colonel Olusegun Obasanjo, who is still alive today. He's still alive.
Active.
Go and
gallant.
verify. You know, our people will say, go and verify. He led the Nigerian federal troops, the side of Nigerian federal troops. Why Colonel Philip Efong led the defunct Biafran government side of it. So you look at it, you see Sir Louis Mbanefo, Mr. P.N.O. KK, Mr. Bernard Odogu, and the Lieutenant Colonel P.C. Amadi. All of them, they are part of the people that constitute the people that made that peace accord.
At the what?
Are the epoch-making ceasefire between that technically brought to an end
Okay,
the Nigerian Civil War.
The ceasefire meeting.
Yes.
That technically brought to an end the Nigerian Civil War of that is of 6th July 1967 to 15th January 1970.
Now, 3 years.
Yeah. There are 3 years of the war.
This is where Ojukwu dwell with his soldiers. So he's a very great man when you talk about Eastern region.
Yeah, he was a great man. Because looking at the building he put up as of there, just look at the mighty house. We are not talking about how the children and the grandchildren progress and also keep building other massive buildings around.
Exactly.
But the man also, when you look at this house, because it's being maintained, it looks clean. It looks, it can be like this even in 100 years to come without rotting.
Nothing at all.
The only thing is because when you look at this, they didn't change a lot of things. They didn't change much.
Like the rivers, they still maintain the rivers there. They only touch the painting.
Yes, and the only thing they changed was the
roof.
Yes.
So
that's to show you the quality of the material used in building this mansion.
Everything.
So I think this is the Obi.
Yes.
This is Obi. Now this Obi go fit build. It's the money they use to build this Obi. Go fit build
duplex this time.
Not the one, no.
Let me just say that.
Looking at this kind of material used, look at the window. They never change the window
at all.
The glasses, the doors,
the wooden security doors.
Hey, Jesus Christ! This is amazing.
The wooden bulletproof doors.
I always say this in my videos.
Okay.
Our forefathers had more foresight more than us. Don't you believe? Come here. Let me show them something. Take a look at this building. This is a modern building.
Yes.
Take a look at this building. So this building could be 50 years.
Yes.
60 years or 70 years. Just look at it. Check this building in 70 years or 50 years coming. Do you think you can compare it to this one?
No.
So
many looking at both of themselves, though this one is beautiful, but it looks so inferior.
Yeah.
Compared to the quality.
You can't compare. That's why I always say they had more foresight more than us.
Exactly.
Look at the design of building.
Yeah.
And materials they used that time was amazing.
Very much quality. Very much quality.
So guys, let's enter inside. Let's go to the top where they had peace meeting, where Ojukwu, Philip Efong, Olusegun Obasanjo, and all the generals
rest of them,
that was involved
in a round table meeting.
That's where they
resolved the conflict.
Peace accord.
Exactly.
And that table is stayed there, maintained.
Everything.
The chair Ojukwu sat on was there. It stayed there.
Even the booklet for the peace accord signing.
It stayed there. And the agreement later, what they wrote, what they signed, it stayed
there.
Receipt where Obasanjo sat on, it stayed there. You go use your eyes see am.
Obasanjo ka dịkwa ndụ ka ọ ghara ịdị ka akụkọ ifo.
Go verify.
Go and verify. In case you don't know.
So that's to show you the kind of the capacity Atuchukwu had then.
I'm telling you, Eza Fojuru. A very mighty name.
It's a people called Nigerian member.
Okay. Here is the staircase. Look at how quality. What was built in early 90s. Look at.
I keep talking about the foresight. Look at. They don't like this thing cannot be rotten.
Impossible. Okay, pam 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 pam. Okay, they get changed. The national anthem. Whoa. Oh, here comes the almighty
historical room.
Apartment. This is more than room. This is more than room.
This is a hidden maison.
I'm telling you.
This is where the Biafra war ended.
History.
This is where they had peace accord and signed it that Nigeria and Biafra side will stop shooting each other. This room is about Nigerian and Biafran war history. So this room has like a very significant theories and practicals
even values.
and values
Exactly.
holds a very important history about Biafra and Nigerian Civil War. So when you look at it, you see something like post-war governments. So that is before the war
And after the war.
and after the war. And when you come to this side, you see something like the end of the war. The end of the war. So everything it was arranged. This is Yakubu Gowon with Sir Louis Mbanefo and Major General Philip Ifong after the war at Dodan Barak.
Okay.
This is Colonel Philip Ifong of the Biafran army surrendering to
This
General
is where he
Yakubu Gowon.
surrendered to Nigerian coups.
At where?
Here.
So this picture was taken in this compound.
Yes, when he surrendered that we are tired of this war.
Philip Ifong.
Yes. This is negotiation, I think.
Obasanjo and they are Luciano Obasanjo and Colonel Philip Ifong after signing the peace treaty. Okay, the peace treaty was signed between Philip Ifong and Obasanjo.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow. In this particular room,
Yes.
this place. That time Ojukwu was in exile.
Exactly.
Yeah. So when you look at here, you see something like children suffering from kwashiorkor during the war.
The effect of the
war. That is the effect of the war.
Yes.
So war can never be a good thing.
And this is the weapon of the war.
Yeah. When you look at here, you see various types of weapons of mass destruction. Ogbunigwe.
This is the Obunigwe launcher.
Flying Ogbunigwe. This one can fly. This is a missile kita.
Yes.
This is what they call missile kita.
Exactly.
So this one doesn't have name, but it's part of the Ogbunigwe.
Here is full of history.
This is history home, man. This is Nigerian Civil War. So a raid on Port Harcourt airport by Biafran Air Force. Biafran Air Force. This is secessionist soldiers undergoing training there at Owerri camp. So look at us that time with his sticks. This is Igbos with his stick undergoing training. So just the thought that we was able to start there for 3 good years. Something that is like, oh Jesus Christ.
That is why wherever you see an Igbo man, he must survive.
Yeah. So look at assault. Okay, this is all and we manufactured all this in by ourselves.
Yes. Yeah, this one is manufactured.
Biafra Rendezvous, Amud, Personate,
the Hamod Rendezvous. This is the man.
This is Ojukwu.
This is the man.
Ikemba.
The Colonel. Chukwuemeka Ojukwu. Then military governor, Eastern region, and the leader of the secessionist Republic of Biafra.
So this is Biafra national anthem. So when you come to this side, this is colonial governors. So this was the people that caged Nigeria, that refused to give us independence.
When we were under the colonial masters.
So this was the people ruling us. So when the first governor general is Lord Lugard, this man dealt with us. Lord Lugard, first governor general, 1914 to 1919. This man is the architect of Nigeria. And what Nigeria, he made Nigeria what it is today. So this is Sir Bernard Budilon, Governor General, 1935 to 1943. Sir Otto Richard, this is Governor General, 1943 to 1948. Sir Joseph Robertson, Governor
Historians need to pay you for all this information, though. They need to pay you for all this information.
Sir Joseph, this Governor General, 1943 to 1948.
You're telling them what they don't know. And these are traditional rulers.
So here you see Oba Akitoye, one of Lagos, 18 something. When you look at here, you see Ato of Igala. So this man is a very popular man. Ato of Igala. Igala started from Ato of Igala. This is the formation masters.
Introduction of Nigeria Path to Peace and the Reconciliation.
Okay, I think this
is introduction.
Yes. Should we read it?
If time permits on that.
This exhibition. Okay, read it.
This exhibition of Nigeria Path to Peace and Reconciliation has been put together to commemorate the peace processes she underwent to remain one indivisible entity. It aims at reminding Nigerians of the need for peace and the importance of avoiding whatsoever that will allow Nigerians to go through this path again. It is not a repetition. It's not a repetition of the National War exhibition in Umuahia, the Nigerian Biafran Civil War of 1967 to 1970 was a traumatic experience for our great nation. It led to the massive destruction of properties and the loss of lives. It re- retarded economic and the educational development, particularly in the Biafran side. If you know, this period in the annal of Nigerian history could be referred to as the Dark Age. It divided the country. The need to resolve the issue that led to the war grave rise of peace negotiation that took place from 1968 to 1970. This exhibition hall midwifed the peace accord that brought the peace back as won in January 1970. The exact table used at the meeting presided by Chief Olusegun Obasanjo is here exhibited at where?
At the center.
At the center,
So that
which is this table here now.
Yeah.
This singular event cannot be forgotten in the annals of Nigerian history. In addition, the emphasis of President Goodluck government on transformation and peace brings to fore the importance of this place. This exhibition runs sequentially from the pre-colonial period through the colonial period, First Republic, and the Civil War era to the present government. It is our fervent hope that this exhibition will rekindle and sustain the spirit of oneness that our beloved country preaches. Furthermore, the present and the future generation will also see peace as a collective asset that must be treasured and preserved. Nigerians, the happiest people in the world. Happy viewing.
Are we truly the happiest people in the world? Is Nigeria truly the happiest people in the world? This particular statement is a lie.
If you ask me, like, where I go ask.
Happiest people in the world. We are the saddest people in the world currently. When you look at this flag, so this flag stands for peace.
Yeah. You know what?
That's
why it stands for peace.
Yes. When you see it, great heritage for greater future. Great heritage for a greater future. So this white flag here stands for peace. So that's why it was kept here. So that when you see it, you know that this room was where they agreed for peace, for ceasefire.
Exactly.
For Nigeria to remain one, no more war. That is why the statement here, Nigerians, the happiest people in the world. And the peace agreement was signed between Philip Ifong and Olusegun Obasanjo in this particular table.
Bam.
So this table you are seeing like this is a historical table.
Exactly.
This table you are seeing like this holds a very, like this here, here's like, I don't even know how to put it, but it's a treasure.
I must say it's a pleasure for me to be in this particular room now.
Honestly.
I think Obasanjo was sitting here.
No,
No.
Okay. Obasanjo was there.
Okay.
Obasanjo was sitting in this place. And Efong was sitting here. And the generals was here. And they were exchanging letters. You know, when you, let me leave it to. Let me leave it. So there is something written here. Let's check it out.
Come and check what was written here.
The peace threat that ended the Nigerian Civil War was signed on this table in this room on 13th January 1970. On this table. This is history home, man.
I'm telling you.
I'm happy to be here. I'm even happy to touch this particular. Like, let me sit on this.
It's a privilege.
Look at me.
Okay. I sit down.
This is where Obasanjo sat.
We have the conversation.
Discussing.
I am the Efong.
Yeah. So let's talk for.
I am the Efong.
I'm Obasanjo.
The Obasanjo. So we are talking about Nigeria and the Biafran peace. Nigeria and the Biafran peace.
So right now, are you ready to surrender?
Okay, let me. Are you Obasanjo? Am I the?
I'm Obasanjo. You are from.
Okay.
Are you ready to surrender?
I am ready to surrender. I'm ready to surrender.
I bow for Nigeria.
Let there be peace.
My boy.
Let there be peace.
Sign it so that
this man nowhere.
This is peace.
You know, this is how
We
they
don't
do it.
agree for peace.
Yes. One person must be on ground in order for peace to reign.
Yes. So it was a sad moment. It was a very something that we don't want to remember because it's traumatic.
Exactly.
And I don't want it to happen again.
Map of Newi South. Okay, this is concerning the.
This is concerning Amichi.
Yes. Here we have
His Royal Highness Igwe Ofobike Ezoke.
Okay.
Eneke of Amichi. This man you are saying is a brother, is a girl brother to Titus Umezoke, the founder People's Club of Nigeria.
Exactly.
And this man you are saying.
This is the man.
This is the legend we are talking about.
Atuchukwu Ezafojulu, one of Amichi.
So he's the owner of this mansion we are talking about. He's the one that left his mansion for Ojukwu to stay with his soldiers.
If I'm asked to say, I will say that he planned to bring this peace.
So he
intentionally planned to bring the peace.
Yeah, he was a major
peacemaker.
Yes. I love this man.
Peacemaker. So, Kadibin will had one of his son, I think, should have give us more detailed information.
Yes. So
about her.
I think we have to book an appointment.
Exactly.
Because we need to come back. This is not enough.
There will be a revisiting of this particular museum because it's a great place.
So when they talk about Igbo villages, if I tell you that here is a village in Anambra State, will you believe it? It's just a compound in a village, Anambra State. Amichi. Show that, just come. I'm not like, let's remove this compound. Let's not talk about this compound. Show them outside the compound. You know, this is a village. This is not a township. This is not Lagos. This is not Oka. This is not Enugu. This is Amichi. In Anambra State, that is what Igbo people will always be different. Because we preach and we do Akuruno. And it started from our forefathers. Obrifeta. You want to go? Look at houses everywhere. Clean, maintained. Nobody is here, but the house is clean, maintained. And let me remind our people, as you are reading, remember to also apply maintenance culture. Very important.